they use whatever the local lines, and they have free calls to the landlines in UK.
Yes.
So even if you give the landline number and you're paying 10 pence a minute, it's nearly nothing while you're abroad.
While you're abroad. Just on that point, I think we have a caller. Assalamu alaikum, caller.
Walaikum salam, I'd like to ask a question to Sammy, please.
Says, please.
Sammy, are you going to release this secret book in Islam? Because it's going to be very good for the Islam people and the Muslim world, because this book has been a bestseller around the world.
Inshallah.
Which book? Sorry,
he's talking about The Secret from an Islamic perspective.
Oh, right.
There's actually 2 books I'm working on.
Thank you for your call. Any other question before we answer?
No, I think he's got enough. Right. Now, there's actually 2 books. My father's the one that gave me the idea.
Okay.
There's one book I'm writing about the Dajjal.
Yes.
You know, the Antichrist.
Right.
And because there's so much information in Arabic, but it hasn't been translated into English.
Oh, I see.
So I'm making a book on that, and I'm trying to get other scholars involved in that, and a book about the secret. If someone's a better author or can write the books, go ahead.
Well, if you do the
market.
skeleton version, then you can get other people to do it.
Get involved. Yeah.
But what I would suggest to you as well is, why don't you do a few short 5 or 10 minute introduction videos on YouTube and other things.
I've done videos before, but in like training in like learning programming and web development, that kind of stuff. I've done that sort of thing before.
Because it's easier to speak like we are now than writing a book.
Absolutely.
And from there we can do the transcript.
Yep.
So someone can do this transcript. You know, there's a site called Elance. There's a site, and people can bid, and you can say, I have a video, I want someone to transcript. And they will bid for it, $10, $50, and they will transcribe. And then you can do it in different languages. So I'll give you some ideas where you don't have to write the book. We can have conversation,
and then
video it, and someone just copies it and transcripts and in any languages you want. And the Philippines is very good for that. I think they charge, say about $3 an hour. And they're very fast typists. So we can get this book out very, very quickly if you want.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, and we can all, contribute. I think we have another call. Assalamu alaikum, caller.
Hello?
Wa alaikum assalam. How can we help?
Wa alaikum assalam. Hello? Hello?
Yes, if you switch your television volume down and speak to us in the phone, we'll be able to hear you much better, brother.
My television...
I think this is a funny call, is it?
No, it's not, man.
Are you sure?
I've got a question.
Okay, right, because go on then.
Okay, I didn't know. I was shocked, but let me just say the question. You know this business program?
Yes.
Who is this? Who is this?
I think there's someone...
I don't know.
Yeah, I could tell straight away, right, that this person is not a genuine person. So there you go. So if you really want to call back, please do call back. Yeah,
ask a question
and ask a question. No problem. You can ask a question on any subject on business. Seriously, any subject. Between us, inshallah, will be able to answer and help you move forward in your business. So, brother, what I suggest you do, you're doing negative things. Yeah. Try and convert the negative that you're doing into positive, and inshallah God will reward you. By doing negative things, we were talking about what, Jalal, yeah?
Dajjal,
yeah. So, the devil is obviously whispering in his ears something. So, please, brother, be positive, I don't know what your end game is, but anyway, inshallah.
No, I'm sure you called the wrong number.
He's called the wrong number. I'm sure he's called the wrong number. He misdialed.
Yeah.
So, sorry. We were talking about your book and how to move that forward. And I think that's the way to do it, in conversation, get it transcribed. Yeah. When you've got 100 pages,
make video format, make a show about it. That's fantastic. And I've heard also you're working on a new program.
Oh, I'm working on lots of things in the background, and the new programs is called The Talking Show.
Okay.
Where I get interesting people and they talk about their lives. And there's another program called Unembedded, where we drill deep into that person and see what really they're into, and what really drill deep into.
Like psychology or something.
Psychology, and for example, we had one person I won't mention. We talked generally on The Talking Show. About their life and how they grew up and how they had lots of freedom in their life when they were growing up, and then suddenly when they got to, done university, they did a university degree, they had so much freedom that he was not happy in his life and joined the army. Because in the army, everything is regimented.
Yeah.
The time you get up, the time you walk, the time you eat, the time to. So, because that's so much freedom, he went into the army. And that was the talking show. Then I did another interview with the same person, where we drilled deep on called Unembedded. Now that person became a journalist eventually. And he actually went to Iraq and was kidnapped. And that's when we were drilling deep and called Unembedded. And that's where everything came out. And, there's 2 programs that I'm working on, and there's other programs I'm working on, and inshallah you'll see them on IQRA television. And very interesting program.
And this product is very exciting, to be honest with you. I mean, I'm interested for myself, because I'm traveling a lot, and I can see it ideal for any business user.
Well, listen to this. Listen to this. This is a business show, how to make money. So there must be a spin on this, and how someone wants to start up a part-time business to make a little additional income. Maybe you can tell people how, without going into figures, just tell them generally, can they make some money on this, selling the card or this or that or what?
They can definitely make the money on this one. We are running a great program. At the moment, we have opened lines for anyone who wants to become an agent and wants to introduce new customers. At the moment, it's completely free to join, because the product has recently launched, and we are
only launched on IQRA television at the moment. And probably when we go to all the 16 Islamic channels, inshallah, and the wider, it will really boom. We're just testing it.
So I really want to say the IQRA viewers that the lines are open, and we have vacancies for the agents to come on board with us and to work with IQRA TV and with Seven Telecom. And by simply introducing their relatives, friends or anyone, they will be making a lot of money, and they can call the customer service to find out how this thing works.
Yes, so that's a good business. If you're thinking of doing a business and want something halal and something simple where you're not putting money in, because this is a good thing, you're not actually going to charge anyone at the moment for getting into the business. Because if you buy a franchise, these big companies, they charge you 200,000, 300,000 pounds.
That's right.
For a franchise. So, this is why I was really interested in the product.
There are a few companies, I want to say the name of the companies, but even if you want to be an agent with them, you have to pay certain fee per month either, or per quarter of the year. There are a few companies which are charging that, but we are not charging anything to the people who want to become an agent. And also, it's not just about making your own money, you are helping other Muslims to save their money. So when someone going for Hajj and Umrah, you're not looking only forward to make some money out of him. You're helping this person to save around 90% of his costs in overall. So it's a lot of money. Let's say any person who's spending £100 by using a different SIM, which is World Traveler SIM, a new product, you have the same conversation, same length of conversation within 10 pounds. Within 10 pounds.
Right. So apart from Hajj and Umrah, it's in 50 countries. So are we talking about countries like Spain that most British people go to, and what other countries? There's 50 countries. It's
the
free.
most popular destination for Britons to go on holidays is Spain, and yes, Spain is completely free. First of all, this is good news. Most of the European countries are free. There are some of the countries in Africa and some of the countries in the Middle East. Most of the countries in
Africa,
the Middle East.
you've got a lot of people going to the World Cup in South
right.
Africa.
South Africa completely free to receive the calls. So anyone going for football, that could be a best product for them.
Well, even if they're not going for football, they know people going to South Africa and they want to do a business, they can say to them, look, by the way, do you want to stay in touch with people in the UK? I've got just the product for you.
Yep.
So that's South Africa. Now you're from Egypt originally, so is Egypt...
Egypt also is completely free to receive calls.
Kenya?
Kenya is also free.
That's good.
Nigeria is also free.
Nigeria?
Nigeria is also free.
Mashallah. So really, you really thought about it.
That's right, yeah.
Because this will open up a big market for